Again, American magazine The Atlantic's published an article accusing Russia of meddling in the upcoming 2018 US midterm elections. The article also mentions our channel as one of the means of interference. Donald Corter reports.
The Russians are probably at it again, according to an article in The Atlantic magazine. And probably is good enough, especially when the unity of the Stars and Stripes is apparently under threat by big bad Russia.
The Russian government has one overriding objective with regard to the United States: to weaken America so that it loses its will and ability to counter Russian objectives.
And to accomplish this goal, the article says Russia has a devious, multi-pronged plan. First is allegedly helping people who undermine the Democratic Party and inviting them as guests on RT.
The Walk Away campaign, purportedly an organic campaign of lifelong Democrats leaving the party, has been amplified by Russian social media accounts and featured on the Russian propaganda outlet RT.
Walk Away founder Brandon Straka did give an interview for RT, in which he expressed his disillusion with the Democratic Party's identity politics and why his movement's getting popularity among Americans.
I myself was a lifelong liberal Democratic voter. I would say kind of a Democrat by default because I'm a gay man. And I think that the expectation for a lot of minority groups is that we are supposed to vote Democrat and that we are supposed to be liberal.
So it's not identity politics hurting the party. It's Walk Away founder's appearance on RT, fueling a Russian plot. But if that's the case, then there must be more Russian influencers in America's midst, because Fox News had him on for a similar interview discussing the very same walk-away movement. And with the attention mainstream newspapers have given his campaign, they may be doing an even better job at spreading his message. But the buck doesn't stop there. The article says Moscow is ready to give its money to Russian-friendly Americans.
Russian businessmen will likely attempt to fund think tanks working on US-Russia relations to push a narrative favoring cooperation with Russia and opposition to sanctions.
Cooperation with Russia. Oh, the horror. Regardless, the article doesn't actually provide any evidence as to who or when some Russian businessmen will begin giving away free money. But it's okay for Western businessmen and NATO to throw money at anti-Russian think tanks. The article's author, Evelyn Farkas, is a senior fellow at one called the Altantic Council, and it's received millions of dollars from a long list of corporations and governments internationally who are apparently also very concerned about potential Russian election hacking.
While there's no evidence that Russia has done so to date, at minimum it will likely use its ability to access voter registration databases and election-related sites to undermine America's confidence in its own electoral integrity.
So, no evidence the Kremlin has done it, as the article says, but The Atlantic is calling on all patriotic Americans to protect democracy, and the tune of its song continues to sound oh too familiar.
We know that Russia today is regarded as a grave threat to our nation, to our freedom, to the peace of the world. You see the reason why we are spending billions of dollars in defense production, why your family is paying the highest taxes in our history.
It's a part of the hysteria of just suspecting anybody that has to do with Russia, anybody that's appeared on RT, anybody that works for Sputnik or for anything like that must be a Russian agent. You must be a Russian bot if you don't want people to continue to vote in these corrupt elections. And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, the American election system is completely broken. It's completely corrupt, much like other countries in the world. And the American people are sick of it. That's why people are rejecting the system. It's not because of the Russians. It's not because of Donald Trump or because of Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's because of all these people are corrupt, and the American people are sick of it, and they see through it, and we're seeing through the lies as it relates to Russia.